Hey Tracy,
Hi,
how are you?
tired.
I feel that. I feel
I was like, am I gonna sign on? Am I not gonna sign on?
yeah, I'm extra exhausted today, and I don't know why. I guess just things catch up to you occasionally.
Yeah, I think it's all about it just catches up.
Yeah, but we just keep moving forward.
Yep,
No naps today, so I haven't taken a nap in a long time, actually.
I know. I really wanted to.
Yeah, naps are the best.
Sometimes you just need one.
I agree. Definitely, definitely.
So, how come we have two groups again?
Um, the Migraines for Profit group is basically designed to be able to host some to get people to nurture them, and get them over to the main group is the goal, and then
Oh,
also to host the workshops there that are free, um, and stuff like that. So
so I don't really have to like worry about that group then, right?
no, no, I
I'm
mean
always
the
getting
workshop's going
like,
to be there. If you want to be in the workshop, obviously you have to sign up. But once you sign up in it,
yeah,
you'd be fine. But yeah,
okay. I always forget like where I'm posting or post the wrong place or do something like it was easier for that few weeks when there was only one place.
yeah, and I thought about trying to
I'm
run it
really
within the group
confused.
and everything else, and it was just going to be too much of a challenge to try to get people into a free workshop within a paid group. So,
Yeah, I
and I
get
like
it.
to be able to host everything in the school platform just because it's simpler and easier,
Yeah.
than having multiple things going on and everything. So, yeah, that's the reason. But it does cost me to do it. So we'll see. We'll see how long if it works out.
Flat rate or anything.
Huh?
You have to pay for each
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, you have to pay for
Oh,
each
bummer.
each each community cost. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it converts into, you know, better sales for the other group because that one is, better for you than
Yeah.
obviously a free food. Yeah.
Yes. I am making people like over there pay $9 if they want to do the grow along stuff, so
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. Because that's gonna be very detailed. Like there's 9 days
Yeah.
that we're gonna be live, and be there for an hour or so, hour and a half or so. So like it's well
Yeah.
worth more than $9.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that one I did with Donnie.
Yeah.
What did I pay for that? It was like 80 bucks, 60 bucks, 80 bucks, something like
Was
that.
it more?
And
I thought it was more than that. Or did you not
it
get
is.
the stuff?
I can't remember.
Did you get the trays from him and all that? Or
I did do that. Yeah.
so yeah, it definitely was more than that. But because I paid, because he was supposed to let me promote and help him promote his and promote mine, and I paid just for the VIP section. He went and sent me everything for free. Other than that, and it was like $100 just for that, I think.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
right.
then he then he's like, no, I don't want you to do that.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, probably because he wants to just promote everything for his own thing.
yeah. When I thought
Yeah.
it could have been a good partnership and stuff and everything like that. And we talked in the previous about a partnership and doing stuff, so I thought maybe this would be great. And then we were on the last night of the live Zoom, the first one that he did, or second one, maybe the second one. And I was like, "Hey, is it okay to say something about my group now?" And he's like, I would rather you not."
That sucks.
I'm like,
I
"Oh,
don't know why people get so threatened and can't
coexist."
have a good partnership because different people bring different aspects to
Yeah,
it. And I really enjoy that.
yeah,
Like, yeah, like I just think that's a big bummer.
yeah. It was. I was thrown off by it, so whatever. So
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's his loss. I really, think so. So
Well, appreciate that. But yeah, so I don't really talk to him anymore. Got kicked out of his Facebook group, everything.
oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
I don't know if he kicked me out either. I don't know. I never go on, so I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe he gave me the boot too.
Like he went crazy and just started deleting people. Anybody that does anything worth teaching people anything or talks good about me, Josh, Andy, Robert, they all got kicked out. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's not cool.
yeah.
My second me did not get kicked out.
No,
He kicked me out, but because there's two me's in there because I had to create another me to do my Facebook ads and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he missed me number two.
that's funny.
I was like, well, I got kicked out, but only half of me. I don't go in there really anyway, but I still get notifications occasionally and I see the questions that are being asked, and I'm like, oh, I want to help you, but I know if I say anything, he's gonna realize it's me and kick me out.
or it's not even the questions being asked; it's the answers people are giving.
Yeah, those are
Oh, like
rough.
wrong information.
Yeah,
Completely awful information.
Oh no.
Yeah.
it's
You're
worse than
like,
that microgreens for beginners group.
Hey,
yeah.
guess what I got today?
What's that?
What?
I got arugula seeds in the mail.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Where'd you get them from?
Greener Harvest.
Okay,
Okay, good stuff.
them are good. I like that's the ones
Good,
we
right?
use. Yeah,
Okay.
yep, yep. His
I
arugula
also
seeds have been good.
got more cantaloupe because my true leaf cantaloupe was just failing. I got the heat pad that wasn't working. I got the heat pad that I could control the temperature, still only getting like 50% germination.
Wow.
Wow.
And so I sent them a bunch of pictures that I did, like trying different things all throughout the summer, showed them all my heat pads that I bought, all my processes that I did. And they said, yeah, that's just not good. And so they refunded me for
Oh,
it.
okay. At least they did refund you.
They did, which I didn't expect because it's way after their time frame, their limit.
Yeah.
But
I mean, overall, they're good about like being honest and saying, okay, yeah, that's a mistake on our end.
yeah, and I just thought, well, I don't know. They said they didn't think anybody else was complaining about that lot. So I mean, again, it could just be me. I don't know, but I'm following the instructions explicitly and not going rogue and doing my own thing. So then, oh, now I forgot his name. Healthy Heart Farms. He's in our
Yeah,
group. Um,
yeah.
he showed his cantaloupe on Instagram and I messaged him and I'm like, how are you growing this so great? And he says, I don't know, seeds from Greener Harvest. So I'm like, okay, I'll try again. So I got arugula, cantaloupe, and leeks because I've never grown leeks before either. So I thought, well, that'll be something new. I'll have two totally new things
Yeah.
to try. I may not try the leeks for a little while, but
The leeks are good.
are they?
Yeah.
Are they 10 days?
You can do them in 10 days. We do them in 10 days now, don't we, Jess? With the
No, I like the
17,
17.
just a little
I
bit
can,
taller.
yeah.
Okay. And how long is arugula? You guys have
10.
talked about it, but honestly, I've never paid attention because I don't grow it. And now I'm gonna
Arugula's
well,
10 days.
I'll just follow along
Yep.
in our thing.
Yeah. You
That'll
know,
be
arugula is a 10-day grow, so that's easy. Really, you could probably go closer to like 8 or 9 if you really wanted to, but it's a nice 10-day grow. And
okay.
then the leeks, technically, I could do in 10 days, but they're a little too short. And I just think they look better overall and they fit in the packaging better with a little bit more height to them.
Yeah, that's okay. I have lots of stuff that goes longer. My basil is
Yeah.
forever. My carrots are forever.
Yeah.
I think my amaranth is longer. Yeah,
Hmm.
but It'll have its own little spot, so that'll be good.
Perfect.
Yeah, leeks are really good. Like, if you have a Mexican dish, them in there with some cilantro and sunflowers are really good. On
Um,
pizza, really good on top of pizza.
oh,
So,
nice.
and I'm not an onion fan, but I like the leeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're nice and mild.
Are those the cute ones that have the little black dot of the seed?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they look precious. They're
they
so
are
cute.
adorable.
Besides the customers at the farmer's market come up looking at him like, should I know something about this? Is that a bug?
Oh,
Like, no, that's just the seed haul that, comes off.
a bug.
You can eat it. Yeah.
The bugs
She's
are
like,
extra protein, then we throw those in for free.
no
You're
charge.
welcome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, they're grown indoors. She's like, that's what I thought, and I just didn't know. I'm like, she's trying to be all quiet about it over to the side. I'm like,
Oh, that's cute.
I appreciate your candor.
Yeah. Well, where is everyone?
I don't know.
Weird. They're
Yeah,
missing
isn't
a
this the
party.
one with both groups?
No. We don't do one with the both groups anymore. No.
Oh, I thought that was the last one of the month or
We were
whatever.
doing that, but we decided that they don't deserve it. I mean, they don't pay for it, so
Oh,
they don't get it.
oh, okay.
Again, it's I revamped it a little bit. It's not the same. So like
Yeah.
they do get like there's onboarding. I'm calling the pass success. The ones that you've registered for them are designed to be for new people and like make sure that they understand what's going on and stuff and like sell
Yeah.
to obviously try to get them over to here.
Sure.
But haven't had any new people show up to it yet. Although we've had new people join the group recently, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So they get that. It's only half an hour
Time of
long.
day is hard with everybody being in a different time zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hate being the only like Pacific person over here half the time. And it's always so early for me. Like I'm still
Yeah, it's
doing.
only 4:15 over there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 6 o'clock is kind of like the sweet spot because then it's 7 on the East Coast. And if it gets, if you do it later than 7, you do 7, then you're like 8, then you're like 8 to 10:30.
Yeah.
And
Then it
it's
gets
like,
too late for people. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
so it's hard to find the perfect time for the whole country.
yeah, for sure.
But I figured if we could do it, 6 to 8:30, if people on the West Coast they can't join until 5 o'clock their time, 7 our time, or even a little later, it would work out. And so trying to do the 2.5 hours to be able to catch everybody.
I used to work in Central Time
Hmm.
because I worked from home and my office was in Texas.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I had my work computer and everything all on like Texas time, Texas weather, Texas
Yeah.
everything. So I knew what was happening
Yeah.
because sometimes they would get like tornado warnings and the whole office was out and I'd be like the only one answering the phone. And I'm like, this is overwhelming.
Excuse me, I'm out too.
Yeah. Let me hide under my desk too.
Right?
While you
I'm in
guys are
Texas.
hiding in the parking garage, I'm gonna take a coffee break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of overwhelming that you have to do all of it at that point. Yeah.
So I used to start at 7 a.m. their time, which was
Ugh.
5 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
And 2.5 years of doing that. And I've been out of that job I quit, I think in December, either December or January.
Okay.
And I still like my body is just used to getting up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
To have
Oh,
like
yeah.
so I could sit and have coffee for an hour before I got dressed and came into my office for the day. Yeah, I can't shake that time zone away.
She's haunted by the time zone.
Yeah, it's just
When you get used
I'm
to
so
something.
glad. Yeah, like your body just gets in that
Yeah.
mode, right? Like 2
Mhm.
years of every day. Well, five sometimes 6 days a week. It just becomes a habit now.
Yeah.
A bad habit. You get up early, you get up before everybody else, avoid the humans, great.
Yeah, there's nobody here anyway. My husband works overnight, so I'm
Oh,
always, he leaves
Quiet.
at midnight. I go to bed, I say goodnight to him and hop into bed, and he goes out the door.
Nice.
that's rough.
So I,
Overnights are hard.
yeah, he's used to it though. The only rough part for him is they never give him 2 days off in a row.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
So
yeah.
it never feels like a day off because he has to keep his schedule, otherwise it throws him off.
Yep.
So yeah, it just kind of sucks. So he's up literally all night catching up on like TV shows he's missed or
Yeah.
doing whatever. And yeah,
She's like, and I'm in
it
bed.
ends it yeah, it's just kind of if you don't have 2 days off in a row, he feels like he doesn't even have the time off. Like it's not restful.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, my dad worked shift work, so he'd work days, evenings, midnights, then back to days,
Mid
evening,
rotation.
midnights,
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Every week it would be a new thing. Like he'd get 3 days off or something like that. The way it worked out with the midnights into the day shift, you get like 3 days off. But yeah,
Like 2.5 days.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was still rough. Like it's always changing your sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that
their
would
way
be
of keeping
really
it
hard.
fair.
Oh,
Everyone's miserable
it's
then.
torture.
Yeah.
Like when he worked midnights, we weren't allowed to be in the house. When he came home,
Yeah,
like during the day and
yeah.
sleep, like we couldn't be in there. Kids got to
I
go.
know. It drives my husband crazy because there's always like uh, leaf blowers and
Yeah.
lawnmowers and like something's always the UPS, FedEx, everybody's like pulling up in front of the window. Like there's always something going on
And you
outside.
can't get mad at them. They're just doing their jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
Although
And the
he probably
summertime
wants
kids
to.
running
Yeah.
around playing. Oh well.
Yeah. The joys and challenges of life.
Yep. I told my sister last night, I just want to grow big enough to have to move into a bigger space because I said, even if we can't, like we'll still be doing the work ourselves, like, but I feel like even with more to do, it would feel easier than I have like one workspace. So everything is one tray at a time, which is so much work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't
There's
work
no
on
like, oh,
efficiency.
let's line up all the broccoli and we'll seed all the broccoli and then we'll water and all the broccoli and then stack it up and then get the next thing out. Nope. I have to like put a tray down. I get them pre-filled, but then the pre-filled stack is there waiting and then I put a tray down, seed it, water it, move it to the shelf, another tray, because there's just not room for like a whole bunch on my table.
Yeah.
And it's the same
Good
table that then we
harvest.
sanitize and harvest
Yeah.
there and package there. Everything is done on
Yep.
this single table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
did
I
that
just
started
at
want
the
to have
garage. Yeah.
room spread out.
we started that away on folding table in the middle of the room, I think
Yeah,
we got 6 trays on it at a time, max.
I could fit 8 if I hung stuff off and hoped for the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
yeah. I should turn things around, but I have a shelf over it. See, if I put them skinny across, I could fit a couple because it's like a steel table, which I like, and it's nice and counter height, which I like. Like it's nice and tall. But I
Mhm.
also have a little bit of a shelf in the back stacking up where I keep my immediate seeds. Like I have all my stuff in tubs but I pre-portion like a month's worth of stuff at a time. For me, it's a month. For you, it might be a half a day. I don't know.
Perspective. It's fine.
But for
Mm.
me, it's working. I just
Yeah.
wish I had Space. I want space.
Space. Just a little
Yeah.
more space.
Yep. It'll get there.
Yeah, just takes time.
That's what I think. All of
Yeah.
this, it'll be when it's time.
Yeah, and it's not your time. It never works on your time.
No, no,
We
never.
don't get to choose the time.
Yeah, the universe chooses the time.
Yes.
We do
You
not
just got to be
choose the
ready to
time.
capitalize on it when it's the time.
Exactly. And I will be.
There you go.
Good.
Welcome in, Bill and Kyle.
Hello, Mike.
How you doing, Kyle?
Hey guys.
How's everyone tonight?
Doing
Fabulous
good.
as always.
Good, good, good. My dog is beside me snoring away.
Love it.
It would be so nice to live a dog's life.
I'll say.
But not that short.
No.
There's down draws. I think better be live a cat's life. They got
Yeah,
it
you're the boss when you're the cat.
good. Yeah.
They
According to
really-
our cats, yeah.
And if you don't like it, you just knock it over.
Yep.
And look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Is that what you call a catty situation?
Like it. All right. Just been sitting here chilling, talking to Tracy for a little bit, but if you guys got anything, jump in, talk away.
I know cats eat the grass, that wheat grass and stuff,
Yep.
that grass. Well, a dog?
Oh yeah,
Some.
depending on the dog. A lot of smaller dogs do.
Yeah.
Yorkies.
Hmm.
There's a couple of poodles that come to the market.
Well, poodles are not all small. There's
No.
some big ones.
Yeah, the standards are big. These ones are pretty small that she comes to the market with.
Can you imagine a big one getting a hold of a 5x5?
Toss it around a little bit.
Done. I think we had one in the one farmer's market that I do. She says her dogs, they put it out on the porch because they'll just go out and just tear it up and it's done.
Mhm.
Like it's a $5 treat real quick.
Yeah.
A lady came to my thing at the farmers market this summer, and she bought 3 because it was her dog's birthday and they were having a party. So she was gonna get 3.
Nice.
Love it.
Here's your present.
And there's a dog pastry person there,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Nice.
make all the cookies and all the stuff that looks really real. Like everybody stops there to buy their stuff, and then she's like, yeah, they're dog treats, and they're all natural and stuff, but they're really pretty. And yeah, so she went and she got grass from me and birthday cookies at the other gal's thing. It was pretty cute. She was just getting everything for her dog's party.
I love it. That's awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
you
we've
know-
got a baker by
you-
us that does dog treats, pupcakes instead of cupcakes, they're pupcakes.
Oh, that's so cute.
You know, you might check with the ones that are using those, making those treats, and you might be able to sell some microgreens to them to put in the treats.
Oh, maybe.
Good thought.
Yeah.
Have anyone heard from Lorena?
She's
I
been
talked
to
on
her
posting
yesterday.
occasionally.
Yeah, she's on occasionally. She's a busy gal.
I know she's
So-
getting ready for her vegan thing or something like that, so maybe she's
Yeah.
really busy.
She's
Coming
freaking
up.
out about that. It was her birthday yesterday, so she was
Oh,
celebrating that too.
Well, I did not know that. Well, happy birthday, Lorraine, if you listen to this.
Yeah, she said she was gonna try to stop in, but I know she's just really rushing around trying to get everything ready because it's freaking her out that she's not 100% ready yet. But I
Oh,
told her it's gonna all come together.
do you tell her you're never
Oh.
100% ready?
Yeah,
There's no
I
such
told her
thing as
every
ready.
week I make notes about what I'm changing about my setup. Like
Yeah.
it's always evolving.
Yes. Yes, it is. We're getting ready to add some more space in, well, not space, but more things in the space, more racks. So, yeah. Definitely always changing. Got the
Yeah.
basil growing now, got the flowers growing again, so, and then we're going to get lettuce going. So, yeah,
Oh,
You
I've had
go
two
top
restaurants reach out to me and they
Mhm.
both want the same thing, and I don't grow either one of them.
Oh.
And my
Oh,
sister's
no.
like, get
What?
on it.
What are they wanting?
Nasturtium and
Mm.
red sorrel or whatever.
Red
How do you
vein
say
Red vein
sorrel?
sorrel?
sorrel.
Sorrel?
Yes.
They're
I
both
don't even know
easy to
what
grow, they're
that is,
just long term.
honestly. Hmm?
They're easy to grow, they just take longer.
And nasturtiums are a couple weeks, about 2 weeks to get like micro leaves. As long as
So
they're
is
not
it
asking
the
for
leaves that they
flower.
want or the
Yes.
flower?
The leaf. Well, they
Usually
may
the
want the
leaves.
flower. You may want to check with that because they do flower, but a lot of them want the petals.
Oh,
Yeah.
where do I get the red vein sorrel from? What's the best place?
Johnny's is
Johnny's.
where we got ours. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now it
Okay.
looks insanely expensive. It looks stupid expensive,
But you
but
don't use
like
much.
you use 2 grams per tray.
Okay. So it
So
grows on a tray
Mhm.
like the rest of the microgreens. For some reason, I thought it was like a plant you guys were picking from.
it
Did you?
goes in the trays just the same. So it only gets to be a couple inches tall, and it's a
Okay.
cut and come again. You'll just keep harvesting from him.
Oh,
Well, Fred lived for over a year and Mary lived for over a year, and then I accidentally killed them both. So currently growing some new ones.
okay. Because I was like, I know they last a long time because you named them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you kill them, Jessica?
There was a miscommunication and they got thrown into the dumpster.
So,
We're getting rid of Fred because just long term stuff. We didn't wanted to go ahead and get rid of him, and they went ahead and threw Mary away too.
oh no.
I was like, yeah, toss that one there. And then I turned around and they were both gone. I was like, oh,
Normally,
Mary.
you tell them to do something, they don't even do that, let
Yeah,
alone do both.
let alone throw
Let
both
alone double
away.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
So we currently have a new experiment with them going. We're doing 5x5s because I don't really sell a ton of sorrel. So I'm succession planting 5x5s as an experiment. Here, let's see.
And so they
We'll go on
just
a
live
field
in
trip.
those instead of moving into something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
field trip. So these guys are what, 3 weeks old? And they didn't get seeded very well because I'm blind as a bat and seeding things is hard. So lessons were learned. So he's about almost 4 weeks on these. And these guys are at 1 week. And so you can kind of see they're starting to pop up a little bit
Oh
here and
yeah.
there. But this took a full week. They go in the tray and they go directly under the dome. I have to try to tuck this guy in because he's getting whacked by the dome. But I figured every couple weeks I'll sew another little dude.
And that's the sorrel.
Yes.
Yep. So you can see like as they've gotten older, the veins get a little bit more pronounced. Get a
Yeah.
little closer.
So are
And you
they just putting those as garnish like the
Mhm.
microgreens are?
They
Oh,
taste like a lemon, kind of like lemon peel almost. They're a very lemony taste. So they
you
go well with
sell them by
dessert.
the leaf.
Yeah,
Yep.
sell them by the leaf. Yep.
how
Not by
much
the
do
ounce.
you guys sell by the leaf?
How
Yeah, you
much
want to
you
sell
Uh,
them
selling
by the
for a
leaf.
leaf?
30 cents?
20 cents. I think I took them down to 20.
20 cents? Okay.
And then nasturtium, typically they're going to buy the leaves at about this size.
Oh,
And
And these
what are
guys
you
okay.
are
getting on your nasturtium?
same price. I do the nasturtium leaves at the same price. And these are
Those are the
technically supposed to
deeper
be for
ones.
flowers. These are supposed to be for flowers, but the nasturtiums that I planted for micro nasturtiums are not growing, so I have to buy new seeds.
And the chef
So
wanted
I'm-
to search them, so
So I made it work, and I've been borrowing leaves from my flower ones.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
but I try to pick ones that aren't too big. As these get bigger over flowering, like they'll get to be about that big. But these guys are still pretty young, so I usually just go through and take a few leaves off of each one. You can kind of see I've been stealing leaves.
okay, and then they just keep producing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I think sorrel should be the next after arugula.
Ooh, yeah.
uh
The next specialty grow.
we might. I'm trying to fit another one in for next month in November, but it's kind of sorrel would
Holiday
be
season.
longer. Like we'd have to do that on top of like one and figure that out. Like
Like pop in occasionally with it. Here's the 1 week update.
yeah,
Well,
'cause
you
there's
said
not
it's
much-
pretty easy to grow, right?
it
So
is.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. It's just long term,
I
but we may do something. Maybe we'll have these all in sessions and we can just kind of speed it up. Like it's this level on this week and this week and this week.
we could even just have a thread for certain, because you know how sometimes it's hard to like re-find something, even when you have a search, a million
Yeah.
things come up. It would be fun if we had a thread for like a specific thing.
Specific for each variety. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's talk about basil in this one, and let's talk about cantaloupe in this one, and
Yeah. How
it
long are
might
you
be
growing your basil?
it's about 28, about a month, like 28-ish
Okay.
days.
That's what we're at. Like these guys were a week. Well, they'll be a week old tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
how much do
then
you, so mine
2 weeks.
looks really, really sparse. At the ends, they look great because it fills in, but like
Mhm.
my leaf doesn't look like that. It looks like pitiful.
What's your lighting situation?
I have it under the 5s, like you guys. I
two,
just
The
like
two,
that
okay.
down. But
Shelf
I think
distance about 9 inches.
I will have to actually measure. I don't know, but should it be 9 inches from where
It
to where?
should, yeah. You should be able to get 6 shelves per rack when you do it this way.
So you should see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, kind of counting.
9 showing.
9
9
showing.
showing.
Okay, I'll check and see what it's at.
Because that's going to give the even light distributing.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
that might be
And
part
then
of it.
these guys are 2 weeks, so they're starting to get a little bit of a true leaf going. These ones are 3 weeks. and
Welcome
they're
in,
getting
Jim, by the
crazy.
way. He popped in.
Hey, Jim.
Hello,
I
Jim.
feel like mine are
good.
not doing, like mine look like your week 1 for like week 1, week 2, week 3.
Are you
They start
doming
to
them?
look like something, and then week 4 they are like luscious and full.
This is
So
yeah. These guys will be on week 4 almost.
did you
So
ask
you
if
can
I was
see like
doming them?
Yeah.
No.
So
so
they go straight underneath light for 7 to 14 days with a dome on them.
Oh my God. 7 to 14 days. See, it was
So-
worth not having a nap just to get all the information.
yeah, this is going to keep that humidity in there. It helps the seeds germinate better, especially on the edges.
I think we need to do basil next, actually.
I think basil might be it.
And are you putting them in blackout?
Nope.
Nope. Straight
Nope.
to light
Oh.
under the dome. So they're just chilling in the dome under the lights.
Oh, maybe that's why mine are in blackout for like
Oh.
a long time.
I know some people do that. We do not. We tried that way. I
It
didn't
makes
think
their
it grew as
stems
well.
so weak. They
Yeah.
get longer, so they're technically easier to harvest, but they get like really weak and they fall over too easy.
Now don't tell her how much you're getting off per tray.
I am
Oh,
not going to talk
snap.
about
How much
that.
are you getting?
Like
What was
7.5
last week?
ounces.
Like,
I don't
yeah.
even know what I get, honestly, because I don't harvest the whole tray at
Yeah.
once.
The highest I've gotten last week was 8.1, so I filled more than a container.
Okay, I tried to one bag. Okay, it's only one bag, but for me it lasted like 2 weeks. Coast of Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm the oddball out. I don't like it, and my
Hmm.
stuff didn't.
Did you
Is
get
your humidity higher?
you got the seed starter one, right? Like,
I did. I
okay.
did. Yeah,
Huh.
something island or
Yeah,
something.
Sprout
Sprout
Island.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your humidity at? Because it's very, very tricky because there's like days where I have to skip watering. Like yesterday, I didn't water anything. Anything. Didn't water.
Considerably since it's chilled in the air now.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
relatively humidity goes up. Yeah, with that, like I choose like one, maybe even 2 days where I don't even water.
Oh wow.
Because if you water every single day with a Sprout Island and they don't need it, you're gonna mold really quick. Or they have like
Well,
a drop off.
huh. Interesting that you said that because my top sunflower is molding no matter what. Like the bottom trays, no mold on it. The top tray is always molding and I end up tossing it.
Hmm.
And I'll try to like spray it, but it just comes back and it comes back and not on any of the other trays. It's really weird.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Is it fully covered when it's in germination? Or is there like air gaps to where maybe some air is getting in and spores are settling while they're germinating?
Well, everything is stacked with a tray on top
Mm-hmm.
and then the weight.
Are you
So,
saying which
like
seed
it's
is
still,
this?
what seed do I have? Greener Harvest.
For what?
No, but what?
What
Sunflower.
seed? Sunflower? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've had batches. I can't say I had sunflower, but my the leeks that I got, I always get mold in them,
Really?
but nothing else. So I moved those to hydro on a hemp mat, and that's helped. But and I've had seeds before that don't do that. So I would say it may be the batch. Have you had
No,
that with different batches?
no, it's definitely not the batch because it didn't
Oh,
do it. I have had the same seeds throughout like the last half of the summer and they've all been doing fantastic. It's since it's
Just the
cooled down
top.
a little bit and the whole rest of the stack is perfectly great. It's only that one
oh,
top
sorry.
top one and I just can't
Oh.
figure out the difference. Maybe it doesn't like the weight on it, but I've always used weight.
Yeah.
So like when I don't have an example because we can't tomorrow. Sometimes the very top tray,
Mhm.
because like all the other trays have more weight on them than the top tray does,
Yeah.
I run into germination issues on the corners of my top tray because there's airflow that still gets into that top tray. So I'm wondering if they're exposed to a little bit more mold spore throughout germination. So it's getting more of a chance to establish.
So I should put like a dummy tray on top of dirt in it
Very possible. Or
as my top stack tray, just to make it nice and even like the rest of them.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Because like with ours, like I always mist around the edges because it's not molding mine or drying instead. So I mist around the edges of my tray, especially that top one, because we've run into now that we fill more, which is great for yields. Trust me, more soil in the trays has been great for yields, but we have that top tray that even though the bootstrap farmer trays don't dip in the middle as much, like as a cheap one would, I feel like they still must be bowing a little bit to where the edges are still a little higher.
Yeah, and it is around the edges where the mold is.
So it must be getting exposed like through germination time, and then it's able to establish
Do you have
So
good
by
air
time-
movement over by your germination?
I do. I have
Okay.
air movement in my whole thing, except I have a little clear plastic sheet going in front of my amaranth.
Don't
As
blow my
Amaranth.
babies over.
It's in timeout always, so it stays pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I was just thinking that could be another factor.
Okay, I'm gonna try just a tray of just straight up dirt on as my top row and see
Yeah.
if that helps. Because maybe it's just like you said, getting enough
To
of
get
that tray.
established. Yeah.
Yeah, exposing enough that it's just making it, perfect breeding ground or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Did you get your popcorn machine hooked up?
No.
I
No,
yelled at the electricians today.
Oh, did you? I didn't know if you did it
Yeah.
yet or not.
Yeah.
They gave us a dumb quote.
taking them so long.
Just a dumb quote. Like, so the warehouse is in the front where the popcorn machine is at. There's
Mhm.
power like 10 feet away that they can just tap into, which the electrician that was out here, the actual electrician,
Yeah.
said, yeah, we can just tap right in there, run them over there, no problem. The guy who came and did the quoted it from all the way to the back panel, which it's all the way in the back panel. So it's like
100 feet away.
So 3 lines running
Oh,
100 feet with
man.
coax all the way
Yeah.
over. So the charge is just it's like 4 times more than what it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That's terrible.
And so I told her that, and she was like, well, he's been out of the office the last week. He should be back next week. So, and he's the project manager on it. So I'm like, dude, give me somebody else because he's dumb. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Because the first guy who came out seemed like he knew what he was doing. This one was like, do you have 1-phase or 3-phase? I'm like, well, all the equipment that I have is single phase. So I don't need to even worry about 3-phase. Why are you asking, So he walked all the way out to the main panel of the whole building. He's like, oh, you've got 3-phase available if you need it. I was like, okay, I don't care,
I don't
It's
want.
all single phase. Like, I don't need you to change my electrical panels.
Yeah. Don't make it more complicated
He's
than
like,
it
let's
needs
get
to
this
be.
10 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got halfway there on that quote.
Yeah. It should have been like 2,000 and it was almost 6,000 in the quote.
Gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll pay 2,000. I ain't paying almost 6,000. It ain't happening.
Yeah. And the quote says, if it's found that you can use that electrical over there, because he didn't go up and look, he didn't get on a ladder, he didn't go look at it or anything, even though I offered him a ladder to go look at it. He was like, no, I'm good. I was like, okay, so he believes the electrician. No, he just didn't believe the electrician. He's like, so in the quote, it says, if it is found that we can use that front, that spot, then we'll adjust the quote.
I'll be
Well, at
paying
that
you
point,
more.
I've
Down
already
payment.
paid you.
Because you got to pay half down for him to come do anything, obviously. So, I'll pay you more than what it's worth. So, yeah. Electricians suck. There's not enough of them. We need more of them.
You need good ones.
Yeah, you do need good ones, yes.
You don't just need more, you need good ones.
Yeah,
You get a bad one in there, you wire it wrong, you might not have a building.
that would be
Yeah.
bad. That'd be a bad day.
Asked my mom about that. House fire number 2.
Same
Uh-oh.
house.
Same
Oh.
house. They were fixing the first fire, and the electrician did something and then was screwing in one of the boxes and hit a wire.
Oh,
And overnight, her house caught on fire a second time.
She was 2 days
Oh.
away from moving back in.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Luckily, they
Yeah.
weren't there, though. So,
Yeah, she had 2 more days. She had already moved in like a bunch of stuff, but yeah, second round of house fire was the electrician's fault.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not a class, a Zoom, just listening. There's no input from us, except if we wanted to ask a question, they might address it at the end. It was from Penn State. They're starting a series of microgreens, and it was called Commercial Microgreens, Commercial and Nutritional Value Explored. And they were talking about all kinds of studies that they're doing that they haven't published yet because they don't have time because they're still busy doing studies. And they were able to manipulate different nutrients for different nutritional needs for people in the microgreens. Like,
Interesting.
Oh,
um, like a lot of people that have like any kind of kidney issue shouldn't have a lot of
Vitamin K.
potassium. And so
Did we lose Tracy?
sounded like it.
Oop,
oh,
Yeah.
what happened?
I think we lost you there for a second.
Oh,
You're talking
So
about all the vitamins.
yeah, they were able to manipulate it for like people that say had kidney issues and can't have the potassium, so they could manipulate it to make the potassium lower. Or if a different kind of medical issue came up and they needed like a huge boost, they could bring that up a whole bunch. And it was really interesting. And they were talking about like quality and how microgreen quality is going to be
Lost her
gonna be
again.
something. Oh no.
And so when we were in it,
She's
it
back.
said click this link for the transcription. And so it was transcribing on the page and all of the slides were there. So I was like all happy. And then at the end, it said, oh, it wasn't approved or something, and it got all taken away. So I hope that they at least send us the link with the
Recording.
transcription. Yeah,
Yeah.
of the like, because they said, well, don't worry, we're recording the Zoom or whatever. Because somebody asked, how do I get the slides? And I really wasn't worried about screenshotting them because this transcription was going live and I was watching it build. But then they took it away at the end, and I was like, oh, well, that was pointless. So I
Yeah, sometimes like
really hope
especially with
they-
schools, they do that because of like privacy issues or something like that. A lot of the colleges and stuff have been taking it away with AI.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because it was an AI generated thing because an AI said, oh, this is whatever AI and here. So hopefully if I get that Zoom link, I will of the replay, I'll send it to you. And then they don't have a date yet for the next one, but when they post it, I'll get an email and I'll let you guys know.
Awesome.
Because I don't even know how I found out about it, but I found out the other day and signed up, and I totally forgot to post it in our thing.
Do you do
Or-
Facebook?
What was that, Kyle?
Yes,
Do
she used
you?
Facebook.
I got one like that on Facebook.
Like an ad for it or a notification?
Actually, they sent it to my messenger for me to
Interesting.
join their group.
Oh,
For
it's
the
not a group, so it might be something a little bit different. This was
Okay.
just like this was a one-time class, but they said they were going to work it into a series.
okay, as part of the college research.
Yeah, and it was free. Like there wasn't any cost or anything. It was about an hour. Let me see if I can find a link to what it was today. It was Penn State, what's it, the extension?
Mm-hmm.
I had it up and I accidentally reused the page. So let me see if it's in my history.
I feel that. I do that a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys
did
know
not
all
mean to
about the
do that.
tabs.
I know about the
Yeah.
tabs. So many tabs.
How many tabs you got open now? Just,
Oh, I'm not even on my computer. It's probably dangerous over there. I am on my phone because I have been labeling popcorn during all this fun.
I
For
have 9 open just on this window.
on this window, he says.
And I have multiple windows on multiple screens. So
probably multiple computers too.
just the one in here.
Just think, when I was a kid, a computer took the whole room to fill,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
and it was just numbers.
I remember getting my first gateway.
Mm-hmm.
I remember web TV too. That was like a
Yeah.
computer.
Oh my God, I forgot about web TV.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't forgot about that. Just like VCRs, I remember the first ones coming out. First
Yep.
one I seen was a double decker. It cost $4,000.
Wow.
And just think if you held on to that, it'd probably be worth 10 times that.
Yeah.
Vintage stuff, you know.
Yeah, that was way back.
Just a little further back. Just a little
Of
bit.
course, now you could have the old type cell phone, have the bag phone.
Yep. My
Oh,
mom and
yeah.
dad had one of them. Yep.
Yeah, I think my dad
Microgreens,
had
were they
something like that
around?
in his truck.
Were they
Yeah.
around during that time?
What's that, Kyle?
Microgreens, were they around at that time? Was there
Microgreens been
anyone?
around since like the 80s out in California on the West Coast and
Yeah.
stuff. So, but just not, didn't gain popularity until 10, 15, 20 years ago or so.
Yeah. Sprouting was more of the thing back then.
Yeah, I
they're
remember hearing all about that.
Yeah.
they're
Never impressed.
anticipating that the greens are growing 11% a year.
Nice. Well, I'd like to grow my business 11% every year. Well, actually, we beat that every year, but all right. So
Yeah,
today
I
you
was.
packed, Tracy?
Hmm?
You were packing today? I just saw your post, your response.
Oh, yep. On my single table.
Hey.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the sprouts when they came out.
Yeah.
Um,
I
We
didn't
didn't
care
really
too much.
we didn't really do much sprouting just because I was always like worried about the mold issues and like warm, wet environments all the time. We spent too many years in restaurants. I can't. So many years in restaurants, you start learning about warm, wet environments, and you're thinking, man, this is a terrible idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I think my mom used to sprout in the 70s.
Hmm. Yeah, they were a thing for a while. We still get like some old school sprout people that come out and they're like, "Oh my God, sprouts! I haven't seen them in so long." I'm like,
yeah.
ah, yeah.
I'm just here to get my sprouts. Ugh.
Yeah, nope,
Here's your
these are
microgreens.
microgreens.
I just smile and I say, "Well, your broccoli microgreens are right here." Gently correct. Eventually, every once in a while, someone will catch on. Like one of them will be like, "So you call these microgreens?" Like, yeah, I have been for the last year and a half.
Because that's what they are.
You've been coming for well over a year saying the word sprout, and every time I correct you very subtly, and eventually they catch on. All right. We cook some radishes tonight, dear.
No.
So I've been dumping the bucket of leftover dirt and stuff from planting day.
She scrapes
all
all
get-
the table off into a bucket. So then there's, obviously seeds down in the water. So
Seeds and
Yeah.
mud. So I walk it down to the end of the parking lot to the kind of wooded area by the train tracks. And I always dump it there. So today I just picked up some full-size radishes. And there's a couple peas in there, and something's been eating all the kale, so I can't get any kale harvested.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, so I've got a whole garden down that way.
That's
That's
cool.
funny.
And I was like, there's a critter that keeps eating the kale, so I can't get any kale. And I was like, they're pretty daikons. I'm assuming it's the purple, the Triton purple, but the couple of them are white daikons, so I'm not sure. Oh, those are the ones that come in the cabbage. Our true leaf cabbage has white stemmed radishes, but like there's always like one or two per tray. The seeds are mixed into my kale seeds or my cabbage seeds.
Oh,
And it's
Mm.
been this lot number we've had the past 3 times we've ordered. And it's always this lot number, and it's always has just a little bit of radish hiding in it.
I bet you love that.
Oh, I pick them out all the time. Pick out 1 or 2 every tray. Because they grow taller than the cabbage. So it's easy to find them at least. They're there. They're very obvious. Right.
Jim, how's your popcorn coming along?
I think he posted he was.
yeah, he was
off
going to step away
mic.
from the mic.
Oh,
Busy Jim.
Off the mic for a bit. At 6:44. So he might still be away.
We tried a new flavor for popcorn, but I don't think it went as well as I'd hoped. So I need to
I
find.
ate the whole thing you gave me, so I did.
It didn't taste like peanut butter and jelly though.
No, but it tasted good. But it was good. It was popcorn. I'm probably going to eat it.
It tasted like sweet peanut butter. I found a strawberry sugar, and it's just pure sugar and strawberry, like dehydrated strawberries.
Oh yeah.
But the strawberry sugar is not enough strawberry. It needs more strawberry to make it like taste like strawberry jelly.
We're going to have to dehydrate our own strawberries.
or freeze dry.
Or freeze dry, I mean, not
Well, freeze
dehydrate.
dry, yeah.
Freeze dry, yes. You
Yeah.
got a freeze dryer now. Coming
Oh,
soon.
yeah?
It's going to be shipping next week. Or
It
this
ships
week.
next week.
It's-
Well,
should be here
next
next
week.
week.
Oh,
It'll be here
hopefully
next
you
week,
won't
yeah.
have as much trouble getting it hooked up by the electricians.
Well, we got a plug for that if we need to. It's out in the warehouse, but it'll work.
I'll make it work.
She's going to have extension cords running everywhere to be running this stuff.
We do what we got to do, man.
Yeah.
I do use heavy duty extension cords in my defense. I use very good extension cords.
Yeah, I
You
know.
don't daisy chain them, do you?
No,
One extension cord.
if I need a long cord, I'm gonna get a long cord. I'm not gonna put them together. No, electrical is something you don't want to play too much with, but I always overdo it with my extension cords, which they're more expensive, but at the same time, I do not want to have a problem with an extension cord.
Well, yeah, I used to hold an electrician's license.
Oh,
Oh yeah?
nice.
Dang it, we're gonna bring Kyle up here and make him do my
Kyle.
electrical. Side gig.
How's the weather up there? Is it cold yet?
In the mornings. But I like it.
It's gorgeous in the afternoon. That's when I'm out.
Is it cold anywhere? Let's see, where, I can't remember.
Tracy?
The one, Tracy, where's Tracy located?
I'm in Washington State.
Is it cold yet?
It is. Yes. I'm wearing my leggings that have the fluffy lining.
Nice.
Fluffy
Winter
lining
leggings. One must have winter leggings.
It's right now it's 52 in the mornings. It's like 40.
That's not terrible. We had frost this morning.
Oh, we haven't, I don't think we've had our first frost yet.
Oh yeah, we've had
ours
that.
too.
Yeah,
We
we had
had
our
our
first
first
frost. The
frost.
chickens were mad.
Ours reached 28.
Ooh, you got way down.
That's
We just
way
barely
down
got
for
to like
Oklahoma.
30, I think.
Yeah, it was barely even hitting frost. But it's been warming up so well during the day. We're still lower to mid 70s during the day.
We range anywhere from 80 to sometimes 90.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes you still run the air conditioner.
I had to turn the heat on. I am not made for winter.
No, I don't like winter either. That's why I live where I live, and you all could, you and Jim and them could stay where you're at.
Right.
I do not like the cold. I hate it.
Mm, yeah, I feel that. But I've been here up here this way my whole life, and somehow I've still survived. Haven't frozen yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But now Jim
Maybe
says he couldn't handle my temperatures that we get down here.
I could. I'm never
Lives in
hot.
Michigan. He's in a nice area of Michigan though. They don't get that cold because they got in a
The
little
lake
pocket.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they get all that lake effect snow.
It misses him.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
He says he doesn't really
I
get a
I
lot
would
of that.
love lake effect.
They grow a lot of fruit up there because of it too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I want lake effect snow.
You
You
have to
you
go
can
visit
keep it.
Jim.
Yeah.
She's gonna go on a farm tour for the winter.
Yeah. Winter farm tour.
Like, what's she really doing? Chasing the snow.
Yep.
I drove up by Jim to go buy out some stuff from a farm that closed down.
Yeah,
Oh, it's been 2 years?
it's been 2 years.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Time flies. I still have a whole stack of those trays that I'm not even using, those pink ones.
Yeah. Gotta buy some
Well,
more trays
Mike,
though.
how long have you had your class now? How many years?
Probably 3?
3? Yeah.
So I've been with you 3 years.
You've been,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's 3 years. If not, it's close. It's close to 3. The school group started in January of last year, so and we were so it's probably been about 2.5. About 2.5. Yeah.
Long time, a long journey, but it's a good one.
Yeah. And for a few months before that, we were getting together on Discord for a while. So
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
That's back when we were in Donnie Green's Discord.
When we were in Donnie
Yes.
DeLeo's Discord.
Don DeLillo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Discord. I'm so glad you're not there.
We were just like after his he had his Monday show on Facebook or whatever else. When he was done, we all just kind of went over to his Discord group and we did live talking chat thing.
Yeah, I remember.
That's pretty much all we used it for.
Yep.
Hung out for another few hours in there.
And then we
All
all
right,
got kicked
folks.
out.
I'm gonna say goodnight.
Yes.
My dog's barking, so I'm
Okay,
gonna take a potty and call it a night.
sounds good.
All
Have a
right.
Enjoy
Thank,
the
blessed
evening.
night, Tracy.
thank
Thanks
you
for
for
jumping
being
on.
here. And
Yep.
thanks for the good basil and how do you say that?
Sunflower.
Sorrel.
Sorrel?
Sorrel.
Sorrel. I'll practice.
I
Good
understand.
night, everyone.
Good night, Tracy.
Good night.
Night. So, how's your hydroponics coming along?
So we are going to opt for a soil version of all of this because hydroponics sucks. No, it's just more so like keeping it within a system. because we grow soil for everything else,
Yeah,
trying to keep it
Well-
within the systems that we already have in place. So we are going to use the Crop King system more so as like an automatic watering type system,
okay.
and kind of use it more so as an automatic waterer, still use a soil base, still use like the coast of Maine in the trays, and just use it more as a automatic watering system.
Are you gonna be
And
growing your baby lettuce that way?
yeah, there that way, and trays on the microgreen shelves.
Hmm.
So we're running, we've got 3 trays. Well, technically there's 5 trays in test right now, but we had some germination issues with the first round. So we are doing 3 more trays of testing. And those are, we started those, what, 2 days ago? Yesterday? It might have been yesterday. What is today? Thursday? Seeds came in on Tuesday, planted them yesterday. Yes.
Are you
So
still
yes.
using hucks? No, you
No,
use the soil block.
these guys are gonna go, we did a 1-inch spacing between seeds and just
Okay,
using them in a tray. So I actually used my soil block maker to make marks. I just kind of tapped it on the soil surface to make the block squares,
okay,
because it's a 1-inch soil block maker. So I just used it basically as a marker,
cool.
and then kind of, instead of making individual blocks because I don't need them to be blocked, that would just be more work. I just used it basically just to create the lines that I needed.
How about your harvester? Have you figured it out yet, Jessica?
I am staring at the piece of equipment that is in. I just haven't opened the box yet.
So
I have to
you
be
need to
able
have an
to,
unboxing tonight.
I know, I need to be able to bend food grade PVC. That's what that piece of equipment's for. And we're going to see if that works. Otherwise, he gets
Mm.
his 3D printer. So,
Hmm.
I hope he gets his 3D printer.
Well.
he's like, don't work, don't work, don't work. My way's cheaper.
My way's
I
more
need a,
fun.
I know. Well, he needs to do it. It needs to be a large format 3D printer. So
Yeah.
it's not just like a normal size 3D printer. So
Of
Right,
course
but
not.
that means he can use it for other things as well.
I'm sure he would find all sorts of fun stuff to print. And then it would turn into like a game piece printing machine for my kids.
Oh, yeah.
So
So it's
he
worth the
might
money.
still get it at some point. But for now, I'm going to try to do it my way.
Oh, okay.
We all know that he's spoiled and he'll get his way eventually.
Well, Mike, I'm pulling for you.
Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it.
Kyle's always on your side, love.
Well, now not as far as the GoPro.
Oh, he's found a new thing for that.
It's kind of like a GoPro though. But
It's basically
a
like a
little
GoPro, but a little bit more camera-esque,
yeah.
less sport.
Maybe for Christmas I'll get it. Maybe Santa will bring it.
Mm. I happen to know a guy named Santa. Well, he's got a beard.
We
Hmm.
have a guy that comes in our Sam store that looks just like Santa with the big fluffy white beard, belly like a bowl full of jello.
We had
White
a
as all
guy up
get out.
this way that actually changed his name on his license and everything to Santa Claus.
Really?
Yeah, like he lives the life, man. I don't remember where he was from. He used to come in to one of the restaurants year round. Looks like Santa Claus.
Yep. He was dedicated to his craft.
Yeah.
What is your talking about the microgreens? What is your highest seller right now?
Ooh, broccoli or brassica? Probably broccoli, if you consider
The one we
grocery.
grow the most trays of is broccoli.
Hmm. Is that for mixes mostly?
No, well, we sell that individual. That's individual broccoli mainly. It goes a little bit of it goes into crunchy salad, but pretty much just straight broccoli.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, the one we sell the most ounces of that we get. Let me.
You could look at seed leaf
Yep,
yields.
that's what I'm looking.
Yeah.
Peas are 665 ounces that we use a week. 660 ounces a week. And broccoli is 575 we use. So the most product we sell is peas.
Right.
And that's mostly in mixes and some individual stuff. But
You're still using speckled, right?
yep.
Yep.
I've got to try that. These green peas are a mess.
Yeah. I don't like the green peas. They grew
They just
well,
love
they
each
just
other way
didn't.
too much.
Yeah.
They don't
They get
separate.
tangled up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially for the mixes, because it's designed to be able to eat it as a salad. I couldn't imagine just trying to eat one of those and it's grabbing everybody else with it.
Jim just said he's trying to wrap something up, so no problem, Jim. We're here.
Like a Christmas present?
Like wrapping up Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
He's
sure it's not
probably
that.
got that work.
Yeah. I'm sure it's something.
He's a busy boss man. He stepped up.
Oh,
He is a busy, busy
he
man.
stepped up.
He stepped up. He went up in rank.
Oh,
This is
now he's
good
got
or
more
bad.
responsibility.
Hmm.
Means more problems.
Yes.
It all sounds good until they all come to you for the answer.
Yeah, he says he can't mess around as much as he used to.
That's
Well,
also
that's
a
not
bad part
fun.
about it.
I enjoy my fun way too much for that.
Now, next week will be the computer class, right?
Next week we do not have a meeting.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween. Actually, the next 3 months we won't have one at the end of the month because it'll be Thanksgiving, and then it's the day after Christmas in December. So
And you're not going to do one on Halloween and dress up and show us the
well,
costume?
I gotta go hang candy out.
Okay. Let you away with it this time.
That's my favorite holiday is Halloween.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
We usually dress up. We
used to
didn't
decorate
dress
the
up
whole
last
yard.
year. Yeah.
Do graveyard every year with smoke machine and everything. But I just don't have that time anymore.
Yeah. And it always blew away every year.
It'd be beautiful weather until the week of Halloween, and then it got windy and cold, and everything started blowing away.
Every year.
So yeah, if you look on the calendar in the group, there's on the end of the month on the next 3 months. There's nothing on them
Oh.
because of Thanksgiving
Well,
and then Christmas time. I figured that nobody'd be around for that anyway. So
so Jessica gets a break for a change.
yeah,
Time changes now next month.
it's this
Yeah,
next weekend, right? This weekend?
next week.
Next
The
weekend, not
fourth.
this come the
Yeah.
4th. Yeah, the 3rd.
Third,
The
fourth,
3rd.
something like that.
Is that when it is? Kind of 4th, 3rd, somewhere in that range.
It is, I think.
Is it over the weekend on Sunday?
Probably. I don't know for sure. I just know I'm gearing up for it. Get an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, but then it gets dark at 4:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you're inside.
Yeah. It's dark every day I leave, so it doesn't matter.
It'll be dark every day you get there too.
Yep. Yep. It's almost that
That
way
happens a
now. It's
lot.
close. Every day we leave for deliveries, it's already dark. Still
Of
dark.
course, government was talking about not doing
Daylight savings.
daylight savings. They still haven't came through
Yeah,
for
they've
it.
talked about it needs to go away. There's no need for it anymore. It's not like anybody's got power not working in the factories or anything like that. So I mean, that's what it was for. It is
Yeah.
definitely outdated. We have like there's a community like Indiana, southern Indiana, they don't ever switch. So sometimes they're eastern, sometimes they're central.
Yeah, it gets really confusing because like they're not far from Indianapolis, right? Is
Yeah.
that the one that's outside of Indy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting.
In Gary, like Gary, Indiana, that whole area up by Chicago, they don't switch either. They stay in Chicago time.
Hmm.
They always are in Chicago time. So they're never with Indiana on time, which is kind of weird because the Eastern time frame. But yeah, it's a weird area.
And half the time you don't know you made it to Indiana on accident.
Yeah, you do if you're in Chicago because of the toll roads, but there you know. But like if you're anywhere else, yeah, you can just cross over. You're like, oh, I didn't know we were here. We've been here for an hour. Okay, it all looks the same, flat and cornfield.
Your area's flat too, Mike.
Yeah, it's pretty flat around here. I mean, we got some hills, but it's pretty flat.
Yeah, we're not quite
Flat here
southern
in
enough
Oklahoma
for.
too.
What's that, Kyle?
We're pretty flat here in Oklahoma
Yeah.
too, except for around the edges.
You get to southern Illinois and southern Indiana, you get some hills and some stuff like that, but not around here.
Yeah, you got like Shawnee National Forest down in southern Illinois, which is really cool, but we don't have that. It's mostly corn.
Yep.
Hmm. How's your chickens?
Shh. Ornery. Ornery as ever. They're chickening like chickens always do. The one is half blind because she kept getting knocked down the egress hole. Apparently, one of the red chickens likes to pick on the yellow chicken. Then we found out that she's like half blind now, so she can't seem to get things straight. Like if she
Hmm.
tries to aim to pick something up, she misses every time. She's not very smart. And then
Well, she's
the black
blind.
chicken helps her up the yeah, the black chicken helps her up the stairs so they can go beg for food though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You still
Chicken,
getting eggs?
yeah, sometimes Jordan eats most of them. The kids always getting the eggs usually.
Hmm. I haven't
He
heard you
lets,
say anything about your pocket tomatoes. They still going strong?
I haven't been back there. I think the chickens destroyed them all this year. I think they
Yeah.
finally won. The chickens might have finally won
Hmm.
We'll find out next year when they come back.
when they come back, right? That's true. That is very true.
So your new popcorn flavor didn't go over so good, huh?
I mean, I haven't sold it yet. I was just testing it. And it was more so because I was trying to find a sugar, a strawberry sugar that actually tastes like strawberries. And it does taste like strawberries when you taste it alone, but it just tastes sweet on the popcorn. It doesn't really give a good strawberry flavor. So the
And you
peanut butter
made
powder
that
worked
in
well.
peanut butter powder?
Yeah, the peanut butter powder worked great. That did fine. I used the PB Fit, which is like the classic peanut butter powder that came out originally.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that one better than like the Hoosier Farms, the ones that are like more of a long-term storage style ones. Because those always seem like they have preservatives in them. The PB Fit is just dehydrated peanuts. So So that's nice.
I'll have to look at the peanut powder there at Sam's. They sell peanut powder.
Oh, do they? Okay.
I don't know if it's organic or not.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that'd be nice.
it's in the pharmacies for health purposes.
Yeah,
Along
that's like
with,
high
yeah,
protein,
yeah.
the high protein stuff. Yeah, our
We
goal was
got,
to try to keep it as simple as possible. And I was happy to see that strawberry sugar that I found was just literally just dehydrated strawberries and sugar. So, okay, that'd be cool. And then no, it's not strawberry enough. Needs more fruit.
Jim says his strawberry powder is working good on the PB.
Awesome.
Nice, nice. That's the one you're making, right, Jim? Because yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to get some strawberries. Yep, yep. Yeah, we're gonna have
Just
to make
make
it
it.
on our own, I think.
Yep.
at least you know what's in it.
See how our blue Alpine does, right? That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blue Alpine. Yes. You keep forgetting the name of this poor thing.
I got it right this time. I just made sure.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't see
free.
what you're talking about.
Jim is free.
Oh, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's killing me.
Now
Hi,
we're just to the
Kim.
OGs here tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. It's back to Discord days.
That's right. Yeah, this guy Kyle's hit me up on Discord.
Time flies when we're having fun.
So what's the freeze? Did you get a harvest right or the other one?
No, the other one, the blue Alpine.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool. For the peanut butter and jelly flavored popcorn, I used some strawberries that I didn't sell because we got rained out.
Mm.
So I recouped them by freeze drying them.
Yeah.
And that powder, that freeze dried powder was so good.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Because yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna have to freeze dry some strawberries and do it myself because I found Judy's, which is the brand that we use for most of our flavorings. They do a sugar, strawberry sugar, and I was like, oh, cool, a strawberry sugar. That would be perfect. Except it's more sugar than it is strawberry, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
It-
because the angle, right?
Yeah, it tastes more sweet than it does like strawberry. So I'm like, that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to add a bunch of sweet. We're just trying to add flavor and nutrition.
Yep.
We got a grocery store sampling event this weekend for microgreens and popcorn. They do both of them at that store. So just be doing the microgreens. I'll be over doing popcorn sampling. So we'll hopefully
Wow.
increase our sales a little bit.
Cool.
How do you get popcorn into a grocery store?
You have them
So-
come to you at an event and say, "I want this in my store. Why don't we have it?"
What is making them like your popcorn? Like, what's the angle?
The bag, the way it looks, and the fact that it's natural stuff. It's not the same as all the other popcorn that's in the store. That's just sugar filled
Sugar.
and
Yeah.
caramel corn and stuff like that.
So it's the healthy angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the healthy angle, and it wasn't too hard, really. I mean, we had to get inspected like by the health department, like any other facility, and then we had to let IDPH come out for wholesaling to
Oh.
certify us to be able to wholesale.
Yeah. It
Really?
was simple.
It was
We had to
literally,
get a
he was like,
wholesale license.
which doesn't actually exist on paper. You just let them know this is the day he came out to inspect, and he emailed me a copy of the inspection.
Yeah.
There's not an actual license for it.
So is
Sounds
that
like
the same
Illinois.
license that like a big manufacturer like Jiffy Pop
Yeah.
Yep.
would have?
Yep.
Oh,
Authorizes
Huh.
people to wholesale it. Yeah.
I didn't know that existed. That's good to
I
know.
didn't either
Nope.
until the director of the health department who did our inspection, because we've known her for forever. She was like, so call this guy, he's in charge of this, and you'll need a wholesale license. I'm like, say what now? I thought you were the last step.
It didn't cost anything.
Okay. So
And it
then
was,
is that, can you sell out of state for that? Like to Florida?
mm-hmm.
I can wholesale anywhere now.
Cool.
Hmm.
Maybe Sam's will start carrying it.
There we go.
Does that cover the microgreens too? Or is that where all the Gap
Microgreens
stuff
is
comes in?
already taken care of. We can sell them anywhere.
Yeah, the microgreens are covered under GAP
Produce under
and
Gap
produce
and
safety and all that.
But it was the facility Gap, not your Gap, right?
yes, facility Gap. Yep.
Facility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still gotta get my facility Gap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which wasn't cheap, but
Right.
Might be better
Well,
for Jim.
I just saw they have I have to look up my shortcut, but they have one for mushrooms now, like a Gap.
Yeah, mushroom GAP specifically.
Yep. I don't know if it's button or gourmet or what, but
How are you coming along on your mushrooms, Jim?
well, the massive structure, and I'm not even joking, that I built in my warehouse. I've got a crew breaking it down yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And then we're gonna move all the materials over to the new place and
Mm-hmm.
use it for overall build out, the microgreens room build out, and then back to the mushroom build out because there's a separate section for that.
gotta keep
Nice.
him baby separate.
Yeah, yeah, but there's some, like we said, there's some crossovers, but
Yeah.
we're gonna just, we have separate rooms for them. We may have some shared area in the mushrooms while they take off. But I'm really excited, and it's all about just getting it going. I talked to one of my restaurants yesterday, and it's the owner basically, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll take." I can't remember if he said 20 or 40 pounds of lettuce a week when I start growing it, and whatever else he can. And there's a market garden guy who's obviously seasonal. Um, he's charging crazy prices, and he's got a fresh sheet text group that he sends to all the chefs
Hmm.
in the area. But we're talking like, I forgot if he said $8 squash, and just crazy.
Oh.
He's really proud of his stuff, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
But they're
that's a
buying it,
proud human.
If they're buying it, he's
right?
pricing it right.
Right, right. So, because these are the more upscale areas and restaurants in the area
Yeah,
too.
but you don't want to price
Um,
gouge either.
right, yeah, and that's kind of my angle. Like I want it consistent throughout the year, in the winter months especially is where I think the differentiator will be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that was really encouraging to like, I got to get this going, you know. And I
Yeah,
heard you
they're
guys
waiting
telling
for you.
Kyle about the soil versus the hydro,
Yeah.
but I didn't hear all because I was dual earing. Um,
So we're going to use the Crop King as more so of an automatic watering system as
uh-huh.
opposed to doing like NFT or hydroponics. So we're going to fill deep trays, deep mesh bootstraps
Yep.
with the coast of Maine
Hmm.
and just run the system when they need watered. And that will cover
And
the watering aspect of it.
she's taking her blocking tool and making lines with it, not blocks herself, but just lines and lining them an inch apart.
Yeah, kind of using it more as a guide instead of actually making soil blocks with them. I'm just using it to make the squares so I know where to stick the seeds.
Yep.
And then spacing them about 1 inch apart. And then growing to baby size, I picked up some Buttercrisp or Butter Crunch and gourmet lettuce mix from Johnny's. And I'm going to try those in our experiment. They should be at baby stage at 28 days.
Fingers
So
crossed.
if I can get a 28-day grow out of these, that would be phenomenal. Do baby lettuce only, don't do big lettuce, and then have a 28-day grow cycle.
We do have a big order for lettuce.
Yeah, I got to figure this out by January. Okay, guys. There is a time frame.
Well, and then This is restaurants or is this
No, this
one of
is
those programs?
it's a different program.
It's farm to school.
Yeah, and
Oh,
they're focusing in January on indoor farming. So that's their focus for that month. So they ordered 470 pounds of lettuce.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're paying retail price.
Nice.
Yeah, she goes, I want to pay retail. You can pay retail.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not going to argue this.
you have to.
Like I think it comes up to about $9,400 order.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah,
It is.
that's a good order in January when
Yeah.
everything else is slower.
Well, I'm convinced I'm going for the salad bowl, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
as much as I can put in it
Yeah.
is what I'm going to be focused on growing first, and then go from there.
Nice.
And then go from there. Yeah.
You know. So with the freeze dryer, I'm trying to think of what else, I could suggest. I got a like an herb grinder to grind stuff with. Because we're using a food processor before. So you like freeze dry for the strawberries, for example, you
Yeah.
freeze dry those. I used an egg slicer to slice them because it's so much
Oh, there you go.
faster,
That sounds
right?
good. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Um, and then for bananas, I got a banana slicer, but it slices them kind of thick.
Yeah.
You peel it and slice it. So I would probably even use the egg slicer for that. Although I haven't integrated bananas into anything. That was just playing around with the freeze dryer.
That
Well,
sounds
of
about right.
course.
But
You
then,
must.
yeah.
Banana
And my son
popcorn.
loves, what's that?
Banana popcorn.
Well, it could be a thing. Yeah,
Could be.
Chocolate
I don't
banana,
know.
banana and cocoa powder.
That'll work.
Yeah.
See? Could be a
Banana and
thing.
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Yeah, and I use that same PB peanut butter. There's one that doesn't have the sugar, I think.
Hmm.
So that was like, because I was doing the one with some sugar, and I felt I had to disclose that, of course.
Yeah.
But then when I found the stuff without it, I thought that was perfect because we've made it as
Definitely
healthy
ideal
as
to not
possible and
have.
tastes good.
Yeah. We like when we can make it healthier.
Right. But so yeah, slice the strawberries, freeze dry them, and then uh, uh, food processor to powder it, and then you just got to get your measurements down
Yeah.
for your batches. And it was good. I ran out of it and I stopped doing the peanut butter and jelly popcorn basically.
When you
But I
run out of
did
strawberries, it is. Yeah.
because they're earlier season, right?
Now, see, I want to
Around
grow
here.
strawberries indoors.
Well, and that's on the list too, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think that will be a good one year round.
Yep.
But move it outside when the weather's better is what I'm thinking.
Oh, I was just gonna do it complete. I mean, obviously we ain't got an outside to go to here, so it's gonna
Right.
be just indoors the whole time.
Um, my blueberries were good. People
Yeah.
like those freeze dried and powdered.
Nice.
We had salt in them, but we took it out because it just wasn't. It was better without it.
Wasn't even needed.
Yeah.
Have you thought about trying to make some smoothies with your freeze dryer?
So I'm gonna have kind of a very close business relationship with the Red Lotus Nutrition. They do meal prep
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
healthy stuff. So they're gonna have a walk-up window and a storefront at my location, and they're gonna be doing healthy smoothies and like where you kind of freeze them for the meal prep side or make them fresh. There's gonna be a smoothie bar in there, and
Nice.
I think we're gonna funnel stuff into that because they're they've tasked their different employees. They brought them out to the new location, and they've tasked one of them with microgreen salads. So they're gonna have like a microgreen salad bar in there that they can make. Um, and then the smoothie, it's definitely an ingredient, right? And then I'm thinking for my labs the part I mentioned about I'm going back to the lab with the freeze dryer is really just trying to get freeze dry everything and sell those as like smoothie dumps or
Right.
like here's a
Like a
popcorn dump.
Premix powder. Yeah.
Yeah, so then if you don't want to buy the popcorn, because people loved the basil and the sunflower separately, flavored popcorns. And they're like, do you ship and all that? But so if I can sell them a batch of the flavor, because you know, you go to the popcorn aisle in the store where they sell the kernels and they've got all those seasonings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of follow that route. So I think
That's
that
smart.
has a potential.
That definitely has some validity, I think, to it because people do like there's a whole, the seasoning shakers. They have like a whole display of those now. Whatever that brand is, they have like a bunch of different flavors that they do now.
The popcorn?
For popcorn, yeah. If you go to like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
popcorn now, they have like
exactly.
a whole section of them now.
That's what I would, when I walked by, I'm like, dang, there's a ton, because
When
it
did this
used to be just
happen,
a
right?
couple, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's been,
it's not healthy,
No.
oh
you know?
no, no, it's not good for you. No, not at all.
Right. So did I'm trying to think. There was an article about this outfit in Connecticut that started this guy was on Wall Street and he stopped and bought this snack food company and he's doing like popcorns and all kinds of different stuff like that and making millions at it.
Wow.
I'll have to dig up the link and post it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see.
I mean, it was very relevant for
Yeah,
for
what we
us.
do.
Yeah, and inspiring.
Well, the health kick is a big ongoing thing right now.
Yeah,
Well, and people are starting to understand that all of the stuff we eat is junk.
yeah.
Sorry about that, Jim. I didn't mean to make my jelly junk.
Wait, how did we get to this?
Kyle makes some very sugary jellies, but I'm sure they're
Right,
better than what you would get otherwise.
Actually,
right.
if
I know he
you
uses,
if you'll taste the homemade jellies and then taste
Hmm.
the ones out of the store, it tastes close. The ones out of the store taste closer to what you're was talking about, the strawberry sugar.
Yeah,
mm, right,
And I use organic on my stuff.
yeah.
right. And that's, I mean, that's healthier. Or, and the
Definitely a better
pesticides
option.
and everything were on the Omri list, right?
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time, Jim.
Well, I was just
I
trying to
haven't.
process what I say to Kyle that stirred him up.
Got them all feisty there.
Well, you said everything you get now is junk.
Well, I didn't mention your
Oh,
jelly.
Most stuff at the stores, when you go and buy a muffin and it has 1,000 ingredients in it, it's like,
Right.
and
what,
half
what,
of
what?
it isn't food.
Yeah,
And even the vegan stuff, like
Oh
to make
yeah.
gosh,
it
it's
taste like
terrible
meat
for you.
and all the stuff they add for it, it's like, what are you doing?
Quit
You know?
trying to make it taste like something it's not.
Right. I mean, that's fine if you want to go that route, but like, it seems like it's counterproductive.
Yeah, it's not good for you. Most of it isn't.
Right.
I think your fake meat's the best fake meat there is. It'd be made from mushrooms.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah, because savory and
Yeah,
protein.
and it's the healthiest.
Right.
And don't forget, I'm still wanting that spawn when you get it.
Yeah, it's well, I gotta find a business plan for sheep now too,
oh
but I
boy.
can't tell you that
Oh,
story.
oh,
So,
See what had happened was.
uh,
That's how that starts.
Yeah, we have a lot of them talks.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to do chickens at my new place too, and I could totally do it because I'm zoned agricultural.
Nice.
Um, I just don't know what to start with. Do you do Araquanas and these colored eggs or
So
know?
I love our big black chickens. Blah, 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 blah.
American
Australorps.
Arcelorps.
The
Yeah, Arcelorps.
Australorps. So they lay a large brown egg, but they are great at herding the flock and keeping them all in check. They're bossy girls, but they're beautiful. Um, but they trick a lot of the predators into thinking that there's something more threatening down below. So we haven't had many issues with the hawk because the Australorps.
Oh, because they're
And
black,
then,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
because
that's
they're
kind of
big and they're
a
black. They're big chickens
predator
too, them
signal.
girls. Yeah. And then I loved the Americanas because they had like blues and greens. And Aracanas are like a really deep blue. The
Mhm.
salmon faveroles that lay a bright blue egg are spastic. Like the one that we call KFC, I could never catch if my life depended on it. She's a spaz. So I wouldn't suggest like a lot of the ones that are wild and crazy because they're just hard to catch and really handle if there's an issue.
Uh-huh.
Jim, you need to
Um,
get you some guineas to
No,
go along
got
with
done
that.
fast.
yeah. Well, someone was telling me about like a miniature chicken. Have you guys heard
Oh, a
about
Benny.
those?
Yeah,
The
Benny chicken.
They're like half size.
Yeah, I would wonder how little their little eggs would be.
They said like 3 of them equates to a full egg or normal egg.
Okay, so at
You're
that point,
talking
why don't you
about a
just get like
Benny chicken?
I don't know what they're called. He just said they're like half the size. They've
Yeah,
been,
that would be
I've,
fun.
I've actually grew those before I had them.
yeah,
Their eggs are about the size of a quail egg.
Yeah, I would just get quail because quails are hilarious.
right, right.
He says it's a no though.
Oh,
We ain't got time to take care of the chickens. We're never at the
all
Well,
right. I
house.
gotta play both sides here. You
now,
did get a
Mike,
freeze dryer.
now,
He
Mike,
did get the freeze dryer.
if you get your 3D printer and your popcorn maker and all that, she could ought to be able to get her Benny chickens.
Wait, if I get the 3D printer, I get the camera that I want, the vlogging camera that I want, and I get some stuff for my Jeep that I want that's more expensive. Then she can have them.
So, in case you guys didn't realize, he's probably going to get all that anyway.
Well, then you're locked in.
I know, right? He just said it. I get him now.
Yep. And it's recorded.
We have proof
Delete
here.
this recording.
Something happened.
Something happened. It didn't record. I don't know why.
Don't know what happened.
Hmm.
No, I mean we got to get not this weekend, but next weekend we got to get the chickens moved to a new area and get them more secure and new coop and stuff. They just need to be taken care of a little bit better. So
Hmm.
they kind
Yeah.
of having our son take care of them when we got busy is probably wasn't the best thing.
He feeds them.
He feeds them, yes.
There's that. Which is not complicated, which takes like once a week. And he eats eggs.
You only feed them once a week.
Well, we have a bin that all the food goes in.
Yeah, they have a big food bin.
They eat every day.
Oh yeah. They'll let you know when the bin's empty.
They'll knock it over.
Sure they will.
Yeah, there's a chicken riot in the backyard and they knock things over.
No, we have a big tote bin that we drilled holes inside and little cup like things to go in there for them to get into it. So, yeah, keeps it out of the
Jim,
weather.
what made you decide to go with sheep?
Because goats are terrors.
It's a tricky um conversation, but I'm in a potential business venture that will allow me to dual use a field, and the other use will be, I can use it for livestock.
Oh,
So
you're
that's
talking,
that be careful what you say.
I know, you're talking about your original blueberry farm,
Yeah, yeah.
but you were going with hogs, I thought.
You want me to stop
Well,
recording, Jim?
yeah, actually, I'll tell you if you stop
Here, hold
recording.
on. Welcome in. Just sitting here talking microgreens and stuff.
Good
We do
evening,
have about 20
Hema.
minutes left, so go ahead and talk away if you got anything. If not, anybody else want to continue talking?
Hi, Mike. This is
Hello.
Seema.
Yeah.
Hi, I would like to. I just got a customer who likes broccoli, and this is my first customer.
Awesome. Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations. You just went off and muted.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, I just, I started telling to friends and everyone. So one of my friends asked me to grow broccoli for her. So I'm just wondering, um, could you please see this broccoli? Is this the right size to harvest?
Oh,
Oh,
turn your camera
I'm
back
sorry.
on. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
would-
it's eight
How many
days
days is
old.
that in?
8 days old.
8 days old? Yeah. I mean, you could harvest it. You might get a little bit more yield if you wait another 2 days and just let it get a
Okay.
little bit bigger.
Okay. So yield in the sense, so you were saying like we'll get like more weight per ounce or something. I mean, like I'm not sure
Yeah.
what I'm asking. Like what is an yield about? Like you just mentioned like if you wait for one more day, you will get more yield, right?
Yeah, more
Yield.
yield. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So what exactly is that?
So yield is like the amount of ounces that you're getting for a tray. If you give the microgreens about 10 days is what we suggest.
Okay.
You'll get a little bit more weight because the cotyledons, the leaves are allowed to grow a little bit more. They'll
Okay.
get a little bit taller, but not much taller than they already are. It's just more so to give a little bit more weight to the leaves. Often when
Okay.
we harvest, we sell it per ounce. So
Okay.
you do want to get as much yield as you can because you want to get more ounces out of your tray.
Got it. Sure. I'm sorry. Sure, then I got it.
Okay.
So, and also I have another question. So, my client is like they are 4 people in a family. So they just raised a question like, how many ounces do we really need as a family? So I posted a question and Mike answered that 2.5 ounce on an individual level. So I told like approximately 8 to 10 ounces per family. So just want to make sure, is that right? Like, how do I answer those questions?
I usually suggest, well, it kind of depends on how much you want to eat. There is no specific serving size. The USDA puts the serving size as 100 grams, which is quite a lot.
Okay.
But that's just how they measure the serving size for the USDA, which is what, almost 4 ounces.
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
ounces. Let's take 3 ounces.
it's a lot. It is quite a bit of broccoli for microgreens. So
Okay.
I don't usually say that that's a serving for a single person most of the time. Like I would eat that much, but microgreens are something that you start eating a little bit, and then as they get used to it, they start eating more and more, and they want more. But
Okay.
to start out, I always worry with new customers that they don't eat all of it, and then it goes bad, and they feel like they're wasting their money.
Okay.
So we give them,
Okay.
our box for a family is what, 10 ounces?
10 to 11 ounces, 10 to 12.
10 to 12, kind of depending on what varieties. And that's meant for like a family for a week.
Family of
Okay.
4.
Family of
Family
4.
of 4 on
Yeah.
a weekly basis. Okay, 10 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And also, so like, how much yield, like a preferred yield or something like that, not like a yield per tray, like how much is the maximum yield per tray, like one gets, or not in maximum, like ideal yield per tray.
So it's going to change depending on what variety you're growing.
Mm-hmm.
So broccoli isn't going to yield as much as peas or sunflowers. They're much heavier.
Yes.
Um, our broccoli, when we first started growing, 7 ounces was a very reasonable yield.
Okay. 7 ounces
Um,
per broccoli. Okay.
so that's usually where we try to start with. Now we've been growing for many years, so oh gosh, I don't even know what we're at, 11, something like that.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I am planting it right and growing it right. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like I'm not looking at the yield I get. I just want to make sure like my tray is good enough to. Just want to know that. That's it.
Yeah.
Um. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more focusing on the tray itself, how well the plants are growing, making sure there's no mold, things like that. So, and as you grow more and more over time, you get better at the growing.
Okay. And also I have a question. So kale, and I also put kale. Like the client has asked me the kale also, along with broccoli.
Mhm.
And also I know that kale will take long times even to sprout than broccoli. But can you please take a look at this tray? So
Oh.
the growth is little slow. It's the trays are same age old, but kale is not grown well. So what could be the reason? Um,
So the kale takes about another day, maybe 2 in germination. So
okay.
I usually take the broccoli out of germination around day 3. That's
Mm-hmm,
the weighted stage.
mm-hmm.
Kale sometimes takes 4 days, just because it takes a little bit longer to germinate. And if you take it out too early, it just doesn't start growing as quick. Kale usually catches up by day 10. It
Okay.
looks like you have some spots where, like, when you seeded, maybe it wasn't quite even. Do you
Okay.
have like a shaker bottle that you could use, like a
Uh,
spice shaker?
Actually, I did not find the spice shaker at all.
Okay.
Somehow I'm planting with the hand itself.
Hmm.
So that's
And
the
it's hard
reason.
with the seeds being so dark, they look like the soil, so even coverage is hard. I definitely
Yes.
suggest a
Mm-hmm.
spice shaker because that'll keep it from having clumps and then bald spots. So you want
Okay.
to keep it nice and even. And the more even that your tray is seeded, the more
Mm-hmm.
consistent the tray will grow. So all of them will be the same height more.
Okay. Oh, if you don't mind, will you post the link in the chat?
Yeah.
I mean, the spice shaker.
Yes. Ooh.
Sorry, thought I backed
Yeah,
away.
I will put a link for the spice shakers for you
And
because they're
also,
very helpful.
thank you so much. And also, right now I'm using Pro Mix for the
Hmm.
soil. Somehow the sunflower is not at all growing, liking the soil at all. It it likes Coco Loco in the summer, and now it's a winter time. I shifted to the Pro Mix MP or HP, something like that. So sunflowers is a disaster. I don't know what could be the reason, but like now my question is, what is a good soil you guys suggest?
So we like the coast of Maine, Sprout Island. It depends on whether or not you're able to source it. I will say that if you're using ProMix, you might want to mix in like an organic fertilizer like Gaia Green. Um, you might look at adding Gaia Green. We have a YouTube video showing like sunflowers with Gaia Green mixed into the ProMix soil, and the difference in the consistency. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I can send you a link with that. I'll post it in the chat. And you want to use, like, because if they were growing in the summertime and they liked like the other soil, a lot of times ProMix dries out too quickly. It's
Okay.
all made with peat, and peat is a very porous substrate, so it's going to dry out a lot more quickly, especially like an MP or an HP. That's high porosity. It means it's going to have more pores, so it's going to drain quickly. So sunflowers would need more water if you're using a pro mix, or you
Ah,
might have to kind of water a little bit more in when you're seeding them, and then after germination, making sure you're giving them a little bit more water, just not to overwater, but it will drain much more quickly with a pro mix.
got it. Okay. I think I'll shift back to Coco Loco where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, the Coco Loco definitely grows a lot better for a lot of
Yes.
varieties.
Yeah, so I understand Coco Loco is the best one. I mean, at the first time my crop yield, everything like whatever variety I tried, everything came out really well. But after starting using the Pro Mix with Gaia Green and all those stuff, some crops failed. It's a disaster, but that's fine. So I just want to ask you guys, like, if any customer asked me if you are like organic or something like that, like, how do I answer? Like, I think Coco Loco is an inorganic soil, right?
It's not certified organic just because I think there's like bat guano in it that's not certified. There's like one ingredient that isn't certifiable because they can't prove where the
Okay.
bats went type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we usually just tell them that we grow using organic practices. We don't use any chemicals on our crops. It's
Okay.
not organic certified, but we do use organic growing practices.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. So then Coco Loco is the good. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And the
That's
spice
it, Mike.
shakers that I
Thank you
had
so much for answering.
purchased.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you so much for answering.
You're very welcome.
I have something to run by you guys
Okay. Shoot.
if there's time.
Oh yeah, we got
Um,
8 minutes.
so I'm trying something at the site where I bring in the big containers full of microgreens separate, and they're gonna offer to mix them for them at like $3 an ounce. So you're kind of getting them by weight, right? And
Mhm.
the big restaurant containers are what are those 64 ounces? So they just have like solid each variety, like one's broccoli, one's spicy mustard, whatever. And then
Okay.
they're gonna put them in their own containers, like at the meal prep company. So we're kind of fishing, we're seeing how that's gonna work this week. Um, have you done anything like that before?
I have not, but that sounds like a really great, it's smart on their end because they can make custom mixes, blanket price for
Right.
their customers. And then they could have what they like versus you trying to bring the correct amount of each item, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like that because it's kind of like a salad bar concept for meal prep.
And I'm contemplating doing that at the market next year. I know it's a little bit
Nice.
more labor, but it kind of keeps the materials, right? The packaging. I don't have to label
Minimal.
everything, and I can just really kind of save some time and cost.
Yeah, because you're not having to harvest at the market. That's that issue there, but you're able to bulk harvest and then do custom mix.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait things out a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah.
At the market, how would you keep them cool?
I'd keep them in a cooler and just, have like a picture of them or something and what do you need?
Yeah.
Or even rotate
You could
like a
do it like
smaller
a
container.
ice bath concept too. Double bowl,
Say that again?
like a double bowl ice bath where it's
Oh,
chilled.
yeah. Actually, yeah.
And then they
No
could stay on
kidding.
display, kind of cover them, maybe a clear lid of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Large scale condiment dispenser.
Right. Well, like the the meat guy, the grass-fed guy,
Hmm.
he basically has big chest freezers on wheels that he rolls off a trailer,
Hmm.
plugs it all in, and then there you go.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
saying I do something to that degree, but like you're saying that condiment table or whatever, like you could totally roll something like that. And we do have power, as long as it's not
There you
high
go.
amp.
Shame they don't make chest refrigerators.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well,
The
they have,
one
what's that?
meat people, there was a meat people, they had like like a portable display, like a display fridge kind of thing, like a, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know if we ever took a picture of that or not.
I don't remember.
It was on their table. It was essentially like a display cooler on their table, folding table.
Huh. Like the, we're talking in the threads, a, type of refrigerator.
It is here. I think it's this guy. It was like similar to this, but oh yeah, she not
A
cheap.
merchandising display fridge.
Yeah.
Was it like that?
So it was like this gelato display, dude, but this is not cheap. Oh, I think I sent that to him. Oops. I'm gonna send this to everybody this time. Try that again. Okay.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
not cheap, but the concept like it's kind of like that, but it looks a little bit slimmer, I think,
Yeah, theirs was
that they
slimmer.
used.
It didn't have a big bulk thing on it like that.
But they would literally like pull that thing out of their van and it was like their meats were on display.
Yeah, much as they charge for meats, they probably can afford that.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that concept, yeah.
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 That concept.
Yeah, it is pricey, but that's pretty cool.
It's a really cool concept, but yeah, all the other farmers hated them with a passion.
Were they running a generator or?
No. Well, we got power on the streets. The city ran power out to the street for the farmers market. So we all
They were
could just
just
plug in.
they were just obnoxious or?
No, they undercut every other farmer,
Oh,
every other farmer. So the other farmers hated them.
eh,
They called them rich kid brats.
Yeah.
oh, because they could afford to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were raised on the farms, and I mean, they're still working their farms. Can't really hate them too
Yeah,
much. A bunch of teenagers in young 20s, they're still on the farms. That's rare in itself. But there is a
right.
cute
Oh,
little, a tiny version of it, but not tiny, like little chilled, much more reasonably priced. You put ice packs in the bottom.
Got them
Have
ice
to take-
packs. It's kind of cool.
Has a little
I
flip
have to
open that
cut
I
and
would put the,
paste. Oh, that is pretty cool.
cool.
these two ice packs at the bottom, and then you would be able to put like the bowls. I would put the the roll up part towards you, and you could just pop it open and build your own while you're there.
That's cool. Sushi
Hmm.
bar.
Basically for sushi, but you
Yeah,
know,
making me
it
hungry.
would, I know. Don't say anything because Mike's dinner's been done for like an hour. Not even, but
Oh,
I don't know why she made it so
Oh,
early.
because it took like an hour for the hot plate to boil water last time, but it boiled faster. Like it actually boiled. That was an amazing thing in itself. But so I was like, oh, it's boiling, so I'm going to have to use it. So I went ahead and I cooked it.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
You know,
I've
the
worked
camera
restaurant
already
life,
ate.
so
The camera already ate some, so
there was one on that same page
oh
that
yep,
you linked to. That's kind of cool too, because then you have the little containers.
yeah,
oh, it's partitioned. I like it.
yeah. I like that one.
Yeah. So you could do all sorts of fun stuff with that.
Huh.
That might be
Bring,
really good for sampling.
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I could sample out of that.
Yeah.
Dang, can I get here by Saturday?
I don't think they're that
Ooh.
fast.
That's tight.
No, but if you got the top, all that is a stainless steel pan with
Yep.
four restaurant pans. All those are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just restaurant pants. I'm gonna have to microwave your dinner, but here's a picture of his. Here's his dinner, just waiting for him. So mean.
Yeah, you can just get a stainless steel pan and get the inserts from like GFS.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's got a
You,
cover too, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. Can you get a cover?
I don't see why not.
You'd have to check GFS out tomorrow.
I know. I was gonna say I could just go swing by there. It's a whole mile and a half away.
'Cause that would be much better to sample out of, have some tongs just to get it
Be able to
out.
grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're putting in like a super GFS
Ooh,
by us.
that's interesting.
All right.
But they're not restocking the old one. So you go into the old one and nothing's there, but they're still building the new one.
Oh, they remodeled ours a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Painted it gray, made it fancy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the same. It said open to the public, so I'm like, oh, I pulled in the parking lot and tried to walk in, but it said under construction, keep out.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
well,
open to the public. You can go in them at any time, I guess, unless they're doing construction.
this says it would be here Saturday, which means it wouldn't be here in time on Saturday.
No.
All right,
It'd be
11
good for the
o'clock at
next
night.
one, though.
It would be good for the next round.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not planning on sampling the entire winter, so
Yep. Go
that's
to all the grocery
plan.
stores and sample. All right. Well, I think we can leave it there. There's a great sampling idea for anybody that's doing it. Right there's one. So thanks, Jim, for sharing that because I think that's going to be a good one.
Cool.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yes, I
Yeah.
will. Great conversation
Enjoy
tonight,
your-
guys. We will not be here next week. It is Halloween, so we'll be out handing candy out to the kids. We should probably give them microgreens, but
Eh,
be doing
Seed
that.
packet.
So
Popcorn. You can pass out popcorn.
there you go. I can
There
pass
we
out little
go.
bags of popcorn. That'd be good. Yeah, advertisement. Good job, Kyle. I like
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Good job, Kyle.
So we will be here in 2 weeks. So see you guys then.
all right.
God bless
Take
you.
care.
You
See ya.
too, Kyle.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.